Come on, man. And with the local DBC news, LL Cool J with a triumphant comeback.
But tonight... Hello and welcome to Just One More Phoebus. I've made that joke before, I'll probably make it again. But then I have looked at pretty much everything that's come out of Phoebus's Tianjin China HQ since I started the channel a year ago. I feel I'm reasonably well qualified to comment when they release a new model. Now the last watch by Phoebus I reviewed was the Wavemaster. Now I got a good one, but even then there were a couple of quality control issues that I found with the Engineer bracelet. Fantastic set of specs, but people have been complaining online about misaligned bezel inserts and slightly dodgy indices under the dial. So this brand new Reefmaster is a very important watch for Phoebus. They've got to get the quality of this one spot on. Just as well then, they've actually changed their manufacturing from China to a Hong Kong based company that produces another couple of well-known micro brands that shall remain nameless. I have however reviewed a couple of those brands on the channel, and there are definite parallels between this Reefmaster and other pieces I've looked at. Definite increase in the overall quality of the watch, which is obviously a good thing. Okay, let's get a closer look at the Reefmaster. Don't call it a comeback, but an important watch, this Reefmaster for Phoebus, and thankfully I think they've got this one pretty much spot on. So usual familiar black box here. I have chosen the all diamond look carbon, the all black one, super legible orange hands. We've got an orange stitching on the leather strap. Now this one comes supplied with a free rubber strap, which is always nice. This one a cracking looking big isofrane style rubber strap, again with matching black hardware. I'll be sure to pop it on that later on. I'm also going to put it on this, which has become a bit of a mainstay of mine. It's a nice, fairly thin Monkey Swag NATO, again with black hardware. 2-year warranty, 2-year international warranty, a 30-day return to base, and an instruction manual that seems to get a little bit thicker with every new model Phoebus release. I remember when these ones were wafer thin with the old quartz pieces in the days gone by. So loom shot, movement accuracy report, wrist shot, some nice close-ups on that sandwich dial, and some subjective analysis of the Reefmaster coming up. So 42mm in diameter this one, 22mm lug width. It is 48mm lug tip to lug tip, so wears quite well considering its width. It's fairly compact on the wrist. This one 14.5mm thick though. One byproduct of the Seiko NH35, which is the movement powering this one, is they do tend to be a little bit thicker. 22mm lug width, tapering down to 20 on the standard leather strap that it comes on. This one weighing in at 108 grams, so you know, a reasonable amount of heft considering it's on a leather strap, bit of wrist presence to it. We've got a 316L stainless steel case. Now, as mentioned, this is a diamond-like carbon coating on this one, generally understood to be harder than PVD, so it should wear well given time. Certainly looks evenly applied throughout. I'll get a bit of a close-up on the case later on. We've got a double-domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective undercoating. Again, very nice to see a little bit of dome crystal rather than flat crystal at this price point. We have got a 120 click unidirectional bezel. Bezel action is pretty good, no backplay whatsoever. Nice kind of notchety feel to this one. And we've got a ceramic bezel insert with loom. Now, I will pop up a loom shot there. Phoebus has really upped their loom game of late. It was a bit of a failing on their early Submariner homage models, but this one pumped full of BGW9 Super Luminova, 15 layers on the hands and the indices, and also featuring the loom bezel. Definitely really pretty spectacular loom there in this one from Phoebus. So we've got a screw down crown featuring the octopus. Nice to see the Oki branching out from the case back. He's made it onto the case dial in previous models. Now there he is on the crown, and he's on the case back in this one too. Now, not a DLC case back, obviously a cost saving measure here. We've just got a stainless steel case back, but it is very nice etched. Advertising 300 meters of water resistance. No crown guards obviously on that crown, as you can see, but it is screwed down. And there is a shot of the DLC. You can still see the kind of brushing underneath, but looks like it's been evenly applied there on the lugs. A little bit of chamfered edging there. Quite a nice simple case design. Now Now that's about as close as I can get on the dial, and as you can see there, it's a sandwich dial. As you can hopefully see, it's a sandwich dial. The numerals, the 12, the 9, the 6 and the hour batons are actually recessed, so there's a couple of different layers gone into this dial construction. Again, nice to see the octopus under the 12. They've kept it very clean just with 300 meter automatic. Now a black date window, great choice by Phoebus putting the black date window. I also like the little orange markers at the 12, 3, 6 and 9. Only slight problem with the date is because it's a couple of layers down, sometimes it's not always that easy to read, so you've got to have a kind of double take at the date sometimes, but overall very nice clean dial this one. This Reefmaster powered by the Seiko NH35 as mentioned then. Movement accuracy report pretty good there. This one obviously arrived on the 22nd as you can see. So it's had a week, a mixture of in the winder on the wrist and the last day or so just flat on its back. Clearly unregulated, but can't knock back that overall timing of less than a second a day variance. They're really rock solid, reliable movements, hence the prevalence. They are everywhere, these Seiko NH35s. So how does it wear then? Well, it wears pretty well. There it is sitting on my 7-inch wrist, 14.5mm, probably the dominant dimension here today. It does stick up proud. There's not too much curvature on those lugs as well, so it does sit up a little bit high, but 48mm lug to lug means it's okay. You know, I think you can get away with this one, maybe down to about 6.5-inch wrist or upwards. Really enjoy the colour match stitching on the supplied Crazy Horse leather strap, not quite sure what's crazy or equine about it, but there you go. And we've got a DLC coated buckle there with the old Phoebus block capital logo, making a comeback itself on the buckle. A very welcome addition to this $240 package, adding a little bit of reef to the Reefmaster, is this rubber strap, isofrane style, plenty of perforations there, and it is high quality, very nice indeed, thick 2222 all the way around, couple of fasteners there, and again the Phoebus logo etched into the buckle. For me though, perhaps a little bit overstrapped. It kind of dominates the watch a little bit. I think perhaps if they were going to put this rubber strap on it, 20mm lug width would have going to be more appropriate, but I'm not going to complain about a free strap of this quality being included as part of the package. And if you don't think it suits this watch, I'm sure you'll find another one for it. In fact, I think this really should be sold as an option by Phoebus for the Wavemaster. I think the Wavemaster would really suit this chunky style of rubber strap. And for your reference on a NATO strap, I think it looks pretty good on this one as well. You get the kind of versatility of being able to get this one wet without the chunk that comes with that rubber strap. So certainly a number of different ways you can wear the Reefmaster. That's the two straps then, both of them quality items, nice colour match stitching on the leather one and pretty chunky retainers on the rubber one, and nice to see the Oki appearing on the underside embossed on the leather strap as well there. About time too. So niggles then, well, not too many really, and I think I've mentioned them all already. The fact that the case back doesn't match the case, you know, cost saving measure, I understand it. You don't get everything for $240, and I should point out that bit of a squeak with this leather strap. I actually had to take it off. I compressed those ends that fit into the lug tips. Otherwise it would have been a little bit squeaky. I guess that's something that does fade with time, but should be noted. And the rubber strap, as mentioned, I think perhaps a little bit too chunky for the watch overall, the overall set of dimensions, but one of the most legible watches that I've ever encountered. That big fat fence post orange hand, the big bold fence post hour marker, super legible from all angles. I think this black one a great colour choice for that reason, if nothing else. So good effort overall then by Phoebus, certainly bodes well for the new model PY007, their big selling Submariner homage, a new model coming out in June, July this year, also from the same Hong Kong based manufacturer. If they can keep the quality to this level, that one should be a winner. So there you have it, a welcome return to form by Phoebus after the slightly disappointing Wavemaster. I like this watch, super legible, love the sandwich dial, heaps of lume, and a feeling of quality. The fact that you get two straps for the price of one is an added bonus. The rubber one really worth about $30 or $40 in its own right. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.